Yeah. Okay. So welcome to Conversation Club that we have this open class where people can ask questions and I will answer if I know the answers, but mainly about the experience I am having here in Ireland. But we can talk about exchange programs, experiences, everything you want to know. And if I don't know how to answer, I will just tell I don't know, and I will look for the answers, okay? If you don't feel comfortable opening the microphone, you can type the questions and I will read the questions and the name of the person, okay? So this is the first time I do something like that, so let's see how it works, okay? So here's the thing, you can open the microphone a person at a time, of course. You can ask any question you have and I will answer. So if you have lots of questions, you can wait until your colleague asks questions and you ask more questions. But if nobody asks questions, you just keep asking questions, okay? So, oh my gosh, I don't know. I was trying to fix my camera, it fails. Okay, Kyle, it happens. I hope at least your microphone is working.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay.
All right. So just check if you don't have other room opened. Sometimes it fails to open my camera when I have two meets or Meet and Zoom open, you know. So just check if you don't have any other open because sometimes it doesn't open, okay? So, all right. So it's recording. So remember to keep your microphones closed unless you're speaking. And here I am waiting for you. Ask and I answer. If you speak in Portuguese and it's not for the question, close your microphone. But if it's a question, I could not understand, okay? Last class, everybody asked lots of questions, right?
Would you like to answer the first one?
Okay, so please, Natalie.
How did you know about this exchange program?
Perfect. So, people, this is a question that maybe it will be useful not for only my program, but other programs. So there is an institution, Brazilian, so it's from the government, that is called CAPES, CAPES. So you go there, they have lots of programs for teachers and for other researchers. So 2 years ago, so in 2022, I was just by chance surfing the internet, entered there. I knew about PDPI or PDPI in Portuguese. I had already enrolled, so I was just checking about PDPI. Erica, who is here, has participated, and she agreed to make. She agreed. She just said, "Yeah." She thumbs up. It's agreement. She agreed that maybe we can have a live with her experience. That this program is for teachers. That Erica participated, and then I was digging to get to know a little bit more. And then I saw Ireland for teachers and I was curious, but I could not participate back then. So last year, 2023, they opened again and I just got to know like 12 days before they closed the call. And so I was in a hurry, rushing things to participate. But go to CAPES, CAPES. So you're going to know everything they have. Another person was talking when Natalie started. I don't know who was exactly.
Me. About the immigration.
Oh,
About immigration.
can you ask me a little bit more specific? What would you like to know?
Question that they ask for you something like that.
Sorry, Kelly. When I arrived at the airport, when I was passing through the immigration, what the questions they asked, is this that you're asking or in general? I don't know. I don't understand.
Ask you. They
Okay. Sorry, no, sorry. You can tell more.
that they asked you for you.
Okay. So When we arrive with our flights or airplane, we have to pass for line for the immigration. So usually they want to check our documents. So suppose we are traveling as tourists, they're asking what you're going to do here, and say, oh, I will travel, I'm on vacation. And they ask where you're going, how long you're going, and I'm talking about tourists, okay? So you need to show your passport, you need to show the ticket that you are coming back, so you need to go back, and the hotel or any reservation you have. For us, because it was a group of people entering to study, so we had to prove that Brazil had paid for our course. So there was a letter showing that our post-graduation course was paid, the address that you were going to be, insurance for health purposes that Brazil has paid before. So you need to show all the documentation that show that you're not going to be illegal, right? So if I say, oh, I will study, so I need to prove that the course is paid, I have accommodation, I have insurance, I have a valid passport. So these are some documents that we show, all right? If you are going as a tourist, you need the hotel or Airbnb or your friend's address. And again, we needed to show our flights back. So we are going to come back in May next year, and the program had already bought the tickets. So we need to prove that you're not going to be here forever, In May, we come back. And so we enter, okay? But at least here in Ireland, so it depends on the countries, in the country. For example, for the United States, my visa was for the study. So I was 3 weeks, my visa was for 3 weeks, okay? Here in Ireland, when we enter, we received a stamp, okay? So on our passport for 3 months, 90 days. But during this time, we needed to go to immigration, that is in Dublin, with all the documentation again, and to pay the money that the government provides people. Everything I always say CAP is the government because they paid. So it's not me that I paid anything. So we went to Dublin, to the immigration office with all the documents again, and with the money, not the money because it was on card, but with the money to pay for the visa. Okay, so now I have a card. Let me see if it's here. I can show parts of the card, not with the number, but there is a card. Oh my gosh. See here if I can show with no number. Okay, no, this is Lippy card. Okay, no number, oh my gosh. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, my face is ugly, but there is this card here. I'm not sure because I have the numbers, but that's residence permit. So I have a permission to live here until May. After that, bye-bye. You don't live here anymore, okay? Kyle, ask exactly what you want to know about the passport so I can know, right, what you're asking. And Natalie asked how many of us we are. We are 28 teachers from Brazil for this program. They had one person for each of the states of Brazil and one more. But sometimes we have some states that we don't have teachers representing, unfortunately, for them. Luckily, me, because I came here because we didn't have enough teachers from other states. So they have for, a general spot for everybody according to their grades. Okay, so first they have each teacher for one state, and if you don't have the teacher or the teacher gave up, we have another teacher coming, okay? And here we have 28 teachers from 20 states, and we are 6 from Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. Okay. Is the class very difficult? Before coming, we participated in English for specific purposes, for academic writing, but we could listen to the teachers, participate. It was part of the selection, so we need to do lots of activities. So it helps us to be in contact with the language, because this program is not for teachers of English only. PDPI is only for teachers of English, but this Ireland program is for teachers of K to 12, that is Educação Básica, all right? So we have teachers of math, biology, arts, geography, business, a mechanical engineer, don't remember what he teaches exactly, but something related to mechanics, probably chemistry. So we have a lot of other teachers. So it was good because not all of them are teachers of English. So sometimes they are not so exposed. So we were for 12 weeks, I guess. And when we came here during summer, for 3 weeks, we have more classes. So we have 3 times a week classes of advanced academic writing. And now our course started. So I don't know if it's difficult because it has just started, but we can, follow, understand the teachers, but we have assignments, lots of things to read. So this is a little bit hard, okay? What about the passport? Let me see if... Yes,
Teacher.
please.
Yeah, so I want to ask about the passports. Can you use it just to this specific country, or can you use like to any other country that you want to travel?
So this is a passport, right? It's our identification when you go outside our country. So the passport we can have in Brazil. I don't remember how much is it, but you can go to Receita Federal, okay, to the site, website of Receita Federal, and you have your passport. There is a number. So when you go to a country, for example, this is the visa. Oh my gosh, okay, this is a visa for the USA when I went there. So it is like that, but it depends on the country. Some countries, they have a lot. Let me see if I have them. I don't have many. This is very new. But okay, when I went to Chile, they have a stamp, only stamp. So you visit and you have to show. Some of them, they just give a stamp. Some of them, like in the USA, they have this kind of paper here, right? Here, of course, you cannot see probably, but this is in green, and this is a stamp when I entered Ireland. So remember the 92 days I had, they just, okay, you can be here for 3 months. And that's it. I think Erica has, I don't know if Erica wants to contribute to this question, to ask a question. Sorry, Erica.
No, it's to ask a question.
Okay, so
My voice
I will
is
just
not...
make sure if Caio has, so I thought, because you raised your
Yeah.
hand at the same time, so I thought it was about this. So I don't know, Caio, if I have, oh, Natalie wrote the price here. It is 255 reais. So Bahia, 208. So yeah, so around the 300 reais.
Mhm.
You go there, you make you pay first, and then you
So
have an appointment.
then
Sorry.
you have to pay for it, and it will have like every country inside of it. And when you go to that country, you go to have the stamp.
Very good. Some countries, for example, I went to Chile with this because, I don't use my passports very often. So, I go to Chile, we'll take it. But countries like that are in the Mercosur, you don't need a passport, only your identification card. But I wanted to use, sorry, I have to tell the truth. So I use it there. But usually in Mercosur, you don't need, but in some other countries, you do need. So we have the European countries, some European countries that you don't need a visa, okay? Like the permission, you just go with a passport. So for example, Portugal, Ireland, United Kingdom. So you go with a passport, they give it a stamp. But for example, in the USA, you cannot just travel with a passport. You need the visa before. So besides your passport, some countries demand that you are allowed to go. So this permission that we call visto, visa, okay? So, and they have to pay extra. So I don't know, but maybe you can Google it. It's around maybe 1800, or I am inventing, I don't know, but I think it's around 1800 for example, the USA visa, Canadian visa is another price, so it depends on the country. And you usually have to have an appointment to the consulate for an interview, and you're going to show your purpose. You don't need to have your tickets when you go. It's advisable not to have, because you can have your visa denied and you're going to lose money. But you go there and they're going to ask some questions. I don't know which questions they ask, because depends on the person that is receiving you. And they are going to say, oh, yes, you have the visa. Oh, no, it was denied. And if you have, it's like this one that I was trying to show you, that is, I mean, here it's something that they stick it, okay? Stick, cola, okay? So they put here. So when I go, and this is valid for, the American, the USA visa is valid for 10 years. So I got last year and I have until 10 years
So
later. So
every 10 years you have to get a new one, right?
yes.
Is it like in Brazil, or you have to travel to the country and then do this, or?
Very good. No, here in Brazil, okay?
Okay.
So here in Brazil. And remember, my older passport, I don't know if it was 10 years, but I think it was 5 years, I guess, that was valid. I don't remember. But suppose my passport here is valid until 2031. And remember, I told that my visa for the USA is valid until 2033. So what happens is that I will need to renew my passport. And when I travel, suppose I travel 2032 to the USA, I take my old passport because the visa is valid, but I need to take my new passport to show that my passport is valid, okay? So it's kind of, you need to be careful with the dates. I will pass to Erica, Kyle, just because, we took a little bit longer, but I can come back to you after some people ask more questions, okay? But
right.
make sure you understand everything, and of course, I will come back for you. Erica.
I have two questions. The first one, was Ireland in your wish list before you travel to Ireland?
Totally.
Yeah. And the other one, I guess you answered part of my question. What's the main difference between PDPI program and this program you are in right now? And what's the main goal of this program?
Perfect. So first of all, answering better your first question, because I was anxious about the second. So I'm this kind of person. I want to listen to everything. People, I love traveling. I just don't travel more because, I'm a teacher and my vacations are on high season when everything is more expensive. So I travel less because I have to choose where to travel, because money que é good nós não have. This is a perfect English here, okay? So sorry for the ones that are watching English. What is money que é good nós não have? But it was on my wish list. I have a crazy dream of visiting 50 countries until I am 51. Why is crazy dreams? Because I am almost 49 and I just know 15, so I have 35 in 2 years. I don't know. But one thing that I like to tell is when I decided to have this dream, I was 46, so it was 2 years ago, and I had visited 4 countries. And now 15 countries. Yeah. So even if I don't reach 50, in 2 years, I traveled more than in 46 years. So when you have a dream, I will cry here. Oh my gosh, no, don't cry. But when we have a dream, people, sometimes you don't know how, but the universe, God, whatever you call, start working to help you. So when I opened this Ireland program, it was kind of, wow, another opportunity, because here you have Ireland, you have North Ireland, and it's in Europe, it's easier to go during vacation to some countries. It's cheaper than leaving Brazil to go. So yeah, it's helped me a lot. And the difference, people, Erica, can you help me with o PDPI, Programa de Desenvolvimento de Professores de Inglês, or I invented? Yes, okay.
Mhm.
So people, PDPI is a program that is specifically to help teachers of English to improve their English. This is so important for our country because, you know, our students spend 7 years in schools and they leave high school without knowing how to speak English. And mainly, we have lots of reasons, okay? But one of the reasons is that sometimes we, as teachers, we don't have opportunities to develop our English so we can speak English in class. So this is a beautiful initiative of our government. So it's Brazilian. And every year, around almost 300 teachers, I guess this last one was 270, right, Sarika? 270 teachers went to the USA for 6 weeks. In the past, they had 3 levels of English, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, and methodology. And now they don't have the methodology, but they have intermediate 1 and intermediate 2, which is very interesting because they are focusing on teachers that maybe didn't have opportunities to develop their English, I guess. And so people spent 6 months in different universities and studying English, improving the English. And of course, you know, Erica can talk about this in another live. It will be a pleasure. And this program that I'm participating is to develop leadership. So we are talking about educational leadership. So, and that's why it's not only for teachers of English and not only for people that want to be principals. So we can have leadership in different instances, different moments, different kinds of things that concerns a school and different kinds of schools. So it can be a deputy, that's vice-diretor, it can be a principal, it can be with a project, with a teacher training, and even that we consider ourselves as leaders in our classrooms, because sometimes we don't, you know. So it's very early to talk about the course because, as I told you, I have just started. We are in week 3 of the first semester, the first term. But that's the idea, that we reflect on our practice and how we can become better leaders. And this is amazing because I was invited by my Secretariat of Education last year to be a principal, and I said, oh my gosh, I cannot. I don't have a competence to be a principal. And, you know, this is very interesting that they are preparing us to see leadership in a, you know, micro and macro and micro levels. Okay. Any other question? How many countries were you in Ireland? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh, I wish I could visit at least 20, but Monica Good doesn't have. Okay, what can be missing in your suitcase for cold place? Kelly, I have a video on YouTube that I showed everything that I carried because we were allowed to have a 23-kilo suitcase that goes to the airplane, a 10-kilo that you carry, it's a carry-on you carry with you, and a backpack that's like, it was very generous with lots of things, okay? So in that video, and for people that is watching this on YouTube, I ask Larissa, please put the link here somewhere I'm pointing. You can check there everything that you can't miss in a suitcase, okay? But to not make you go without any answer, I don't know, I have to watch another video. And I didn't have many close people, and especially for the cold weather. So I brought what I had from home, everything that I had. That was my son's, basically, his coat, his scarf, his gloves, because I didn't have. And here we have some, and now it's a tip that's very good for poor people. We have some stores that's called charity shops. And what they have a second, we can say second hand, okay, things that people don't want anymore, and they donate. So for example, we have one that is for dogs. So people want to help dogs. So you donate clothes and shoes and whatever, and they are sell sometimes even with the label. It's still like very new, but some it's old, okay? But I bought a coat that is a waterproof coat because I don't have this. It's like capa de chuva, but it's a coat, all right? And it was like 15 euros. That one that usually here it's about 70, so it was cheaper if you compare. So I bought a waterproof running shoes. My roommates bought to me. I was in the other part of the city trying to buy something, and they went and say, "Oh, it's your size," because I told them that it was my size, and it was like a running shoes that usually is around 60 to 90, depends. It was 15 euros. So yeah, I bought it here because I didn't have in Brazil, because I didn't need to use, to wear them. What's your favorite Irish food? Oh, Luciana. Here's the thing. Since unfortunately I came here, but I didn't have a payment release. I mean, some teachers, they came here and they are receiving their salaries, okay? So we have the scholarship here that you can live here, and they were released from especially the federal institutes, okay? But some people from the state schools or the municipalities, it depends on the state and the municipalities. I work at the same municipality Natalie works, so maybe she will understand way better than everyone. They don't release for studies purpose. So if I want to come with no payments. So what I have here is the scholarship that the program provides to live here. But yes, I have a son back home, so I need to save money. I sold my car, and it is with my car that I will pay the bills and so on. And so I am not going out a lot to eat because it's more expensive eating out than cooking at home, buying things in the supermarket. So, but I have tasted the Irish coffee, not Irish coffee, I mean Irish breakfast, because we have Irish coffee. Irish breakfast, that is eggs and sausage and beans. So I could eat, and I like everything. That's my problem. I need to lose weight. But some of the girls, Guinness is a beer that everybody here drinks a lot. People love. I don't drink. I'm very glad because I don't spend money on drinking. And Irish coffee is coffee with cream, sugar, I guess, or lemon, I don't remember, and whiskey. And people like, so you can say Irish coffee, you can look for Google, and people loved, but I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcoholic drink. So yeah, I'm very dual. But when I have some food, I will tell you which one is my favorite. Patricia, I would like to know about the language teaching in Ireland. How is technology support language teaching? Maybe I will not tell you profoundly because I don't know much about it. It's something that we are learning, okay? But I don't know if you know that it was new for me. Ireland has two official languages. Irish and English are official languages. I will just close the microphone from Luciana. Can you please close your microphone? Students from Luciana, can you close the microphone? Okay, I will try to close because I cannot see. 1 second, people. Okay.
Gente, eu não tô conseguindo. É a Grazi que eu
No, it's Lesia. It's not Luciana. Sorry, Lesia. Okay. Close your microphone, okay, Lesia? But if you want to say, you can open your camera and your microphone or tell, okay? So they have Irish and English as official languages. So they have some parts of the country where Irish is spoken. It's like the official language. Everybody speaks Irish. Unfortunately, it's not everywhere, so specific points, okay? And the majority of the country, they speak English. So they have some schools that are Irish is the language that you say that is the means of instruction, the medium of instruction. So teachers speak in Irish and they learn science, math, with Irish. And then they have a language as it was a foreigner language, like we have in Brazil. And the biggest part of the country is on the contrary. They have language as the medium of instruction, and Ireland, that's Gaelic. I don't know if I'm speaking correctly. Okay, people, sorry for that, but Irish, it's like a foreign language. So that's it. But in some schools, they have French. But we haven't visited the schools yet. We are going to the first one tomorrow. So I will ask everything, and maybe next time we meet, I will be more prepared to answer that question. I don't know if it was that you were asking. Cool place you have already visited in Ireland. Oh, I've been. Limerick is a beautiful city. To be sincere, all I knew about Ireland before was Ireland, North Ireland, that is another country. It's part of the United Kingdom, it's another country. And I knew about Dublin. Yes, I was stupid. I'm not good at geography, but when I saw it was in Limerick, I started digging. Limerick is a beautiful and quiet city, so I love it here. So it's a cool place. Dublin is a little bit more, bigger city, so we have more things to do. So it was cool. I went to Belfast, that is in North Ireland. We take the train and go. And Belfast is where Titanic was built. I don't know if you know that. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
didn't
not
know too. That's cool.
sorry, yeah. So I went there and it was an amazing trip there. And I didn't do this, but in North Ireland, you have a lot of places where Game of Thrones was filmed. So we have beautiful places, but I didn't go there. Maybe next time, okay? Have you ever participated in Irish traditions? Isabelle, welcome. Isabelle is a student of our colleague Luciana. I went to a pub. A pub is like a bar, okay? So I went to a pub. I don't drink, but they have song and dancing. So I've seen girls dancing and people playing Irish songs. I've seen, I was not there, but a friend of mine here recorded pub. I want to go on that one that everybody dances. So you can stand up and dance. They teach you the dance. I want to go there. I will be terrible dancer, but I want to try. Other tradition here, there is, oh my gosh, this was amazing. It was last Tuesday. We went to something called plowing. That plowing, it was a new word for me, people. I will write in the chat. And for the ones that are watching on YouTube, we are going to watch in the description of the video. And plowing, we were like, what is that? It was the 93rd National Championship of Plowing. And the plowing is arado. And they say, what, we're going to be there? Let's go arar a terra. Let's go to plant something. So it's a huge, but huge. It's the biggest fair from the concerning the agro. So things, people that they have, they need tractors, they need big machines for their farms, because Ireland has lots of place that is rural, all right, that are rural. So they have, it was so huge. The president was there. I took a picture. I post on the stories. The president of Ireland was there near me, and people love this president. And so we had the president, I have a dances. We went to a samba school there. I was, oh my gosh, am I in Rio? So it's something huge. I don't remember the number, but I believe that's almost 300 300,000 people were there. So 300,000, you know, so 300,000 people. It was very big and it was sunny, so many people were there. What is your favorite place to visit in your neighborhood, Ana Luisa? Ana Luisa, we have a shopping here called The Crescent. A colleague from India that has lived here for a while told me that the Crescent is the biggest shopping mall in Ireland outside Dublin. So Dublin is the capital, and I think they have two big malls. I don't think I have been there. No, I don't. And this shopping mall that I'm talking about is the third biggest. In Rio, we have the bigger ones, all right, but it's a big shopping here, shopping mall, and it's very interesting because we have a restaurants, supermarkets, different shops, movie theater. So I like it. It's something I do like, and I really like the campus of Mary Immaculate College, the name of the college I'm studying. So Mary Immaculate College, oh my gosh, I forgot how many years. I'm so terrible with dates, but it's maybe you can dig and share here, but how old is Mary Immaculate College? I should know that by heart, but I forgot, but it's very old. And they have beautiful buildings. The campus is full of trees. So it's very greeny. I like it. So I like to be there. Oh, are you sharing room with any teacher, Natalie? Yes, this is the hard part. And here's the thing: we are, some of us we are in apartments with five people, and some with 4 people. But for Brazilians, I mean, I am in an apartment with 4 other teachers. So you say, oh, great. So one, and we have 4 bedrooms, but one is doubled. Okay. So you could say, oh, 4 people, each person has one. No, because 1 bedroom is for our Cambodia roomie. He is a master student, so he has his own room. So we have 4 Brazilians and the 3 bedrooms. So now I have the privilege of having my own room, but until January, because we are going to take turns, and I don't know how it will work because with another person, the room is kind of, disturbing the person. But now I have my room, and then we are going to exchange the 2 girls, the 2 teachers that are sharing rooms. They will probably go to private rooms, and the 2 that are with private rooms are going to share, and I'm on one of them. Where are you now talking to? It's in the room. Okay, yes. It's a small room. I guess I posted on Instagram, but I don't know. But I can post not now because it's messy here. But we have a single bed. We have a small wardrobe. Okay, like a closet. Okay, but it's a wardrobe. And we have a desk where my laptop is. And yeah, it's not big. Okay, the first day was, oh my gosh, am I crazy? Because I left my home to be here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the first day it's kind of shocking. But yeah, but it's comfortable though. So for a student, it's great. And someone asked me what's my favorite restaurant. I've been just to one restaurant. And it was because someone paid for me. It was invited and I was there. Okay, let's go. But it was not an Irish restaurant. This restaurant is called Milano. It's Italian. I love Italian food, and this person invited me to have lunch, and I said, I don't have money. I'm a student, it's I'm inviting. Okay, so let's go. So I don't know. But when I went to Dublin, I went to that Irish Irish breakfast, sorry, Irish breakfast. And it was a very cool restaurant with Irish food. And I went to a Brazilian restaurant. I wouldn't like to go because, oh, come on, Brazilian. I want to have a try of food here, but we were around 18 people at least that were in Dublin to see the immigration office. And every day people say, oh my gosh, this restaurant is awesome. Oh my gosh. So I went there and yes, it was awesome. Much better than some Brazilian restaurants in Brazil. And it's a Brazilian restaurant with Brazilian people. Okay, they are the owners, and the food was delicious. I saw another question here. I'm trying to answer all the questions, and we have just around 6 minutes to finish. Oh my gosh. Irish welcome. Oh, is there McDonald's here? Yeah, we do have. And you know what? I will try maybe in October another one. They have McDonald's, they have Burger King, but they have Super Max with MAC at the end. And Super Mac is like, I guess, fast food. Not, I would say like McDonald's, but I haven't tried. But I would like to try. People said that it was very good, so I will try. But you know, I have to pay. It's more expensive than cooking. Okay. The Irish welcome, Patricia. I felt so, oh my gosh, so welcomed. And first I thought, oh, people from college, they need to receive people well, blah, blah, blah. But everywhere, if I am in a supermarket and I need to know anything, and they just go and say, they just take you to the aisle and show, oh, this is a product. Or in the bus, sometimes I ask, and it's hard to understand some accents here, especially because we are not exposed to Irish English accents. So they repeat, they are patient, they are kind, they are friendly. Oh, sometimes they're like us, they like to talk. So I felt much welcomed here by the international office that takes care of us, that received us so well. So we have a Brazilian, Giovanni. Kiss Giovanni if you watch this video. Giovanni is a Brazilian that he's taking his PhD here, and he works at Mary Immaculate College. We call Mary I, okay? And he works here, so he's Brazilian. He speaks Portuguese, of course, so it makes life easier for everyone. But all the people from the office, the professors, oh my gosh, we are having a class with a professor called Annette. Oh, she's just amazing, you know. So all the professors or the teachers, they are very approachable, understanding, very professional, but they actually they think they like what they are doing, so we feel very comfortable. Well, people, oh my gosh, you have 3 more minutes. Do you have free healthcare there? Ana Luisa, good question. No, even the as far as I could understand, and people that are watching, if I'm wrong, you can write in the comments, but as I could understand, education is free, so they almost don't have a private schools as we have lots in Brazil. So they call primary school and secondary school. Primary school when kids are from 4 to 12 or 5 to 13 years old, and secondary school after the 13 for 6 years, okay? So it's for free, but healthcare, as I could understand, they have to have some insurance. And as students here, we got the insurance from Brazil. But suppose if I'm feeling bad and I need to see a doctor, in Brazil, we go to the hospital. Here we have other places that maybe are going to receive you first before you go to hospital. The hospital is only if it's an extreme case. And I've heard that we have kind of a doctor in the campus of the college that I think they charge 10 euros for students. For example, for the staff, it's 60 euros, you know, so it's cheaper than the staff would pay, because I think it's something, you know, to help the students. Fernandez asked if the city is quiet. Oh my gosh, it is. You don't have Santa, Santa, Santa. No, you don't have funk. You don't have politicians passing with cars. this part I really like it because I like silence. And of course, we are in a student village, so we have a lot of young people that are from college, and sometimes they listen to music a little bit louder, but nothing compares to what we, at least what I am used to, where my mother lives or where I live. So the city is very quiet. Um, and things close early here. So everybody from Brazil is used to, visiting shopping malls, and they close at 10, and here they close at 6. And I think on Thursday and Friday they close at 9. So people are, how come? Or some shop, they don't work home Sundays, and at least I didn't see, okay? And some shoppings don't, some stores, again, I want to say, they don't work on, they close early on Saturdays, so it's a little bit different, especially we that live in big cities that are used to, have everything. And the pubs close at 2 a.m. And I know that because some of my colleagues here that like partying and say, oh my gosh, I have to go to my house early. I have to go home early because they close at 2. So for them, it's early. There, the laws should work better. There, the laws. Oh, okay. Kyle, I think so, but it's a little bit early to say because I've been here for just over a month, and sometimes we say, oh, everything works. But one thing, Kyle, that I was very, very impressed. The police officers here, they're called guarda, like guarda, but with no U, like guarda. And there were some students from St. John's, I guess, St. John's College University from the USA, and they were here for 5 weeks. And the Garda, two Gardas, two men that are police officers, they came to talk about the Garda. And I was impressed that they don't carry guns with them. They have a pepper spray, and I don't know how to say cacetete in English. Sorry, you can Google it. So it's what they have, and they are very approachable. They say that they go and talk with people. They are more like in the community, and they say that they don't have a gun because if they have a gun, other people are going to start to have a gun and violence can increase. Oh my gosh, this was something for me. How does it political? Oh, Milene, I, I'm not very good at that, because I know they have the president, but the president is, oh my gosh, they explained this. I am a bad student now. Batons, Kyle, thank you. Batons, I don't know. I don't know how it works exactly, but I know that the president is elected every 7 years. So the president has 7 years, and he can be elected again. So this president that people were saying that they love, he's a good person, he is finishing his second term. So he was for 7 years and then 7 years, so 14 years. So I think next year, I guess, they're going to have another election. But the president is different from the kind of president we have in Brazil, because they have, probably it's not parliament, but they have a group of other politicians that, take care. And I will not talk more because my ignorance will be well showed. But I don't know, it's a little bit different. But yes, they do have a president that as far as I could understand, his role is more is different, not kind of deciding things, I guess. And one thing that they said, that every time they have big changes, they have, I don't know how to say plebiscito in English, but I understood this kind of plebiscito that they ask for people. So people have to, to have the voice. So this is very interesting. What kind of music do Irish people listen to? I have no idea, but probably they, because I was talking to a person that is older than me, and this person said that he likes Mariah Carey, he likes Bruce Springfield. I never know the names. And, you know, old music and mostly American music. This person said, I don't know what is young people listening. Even in Brazil, I have no idea if you ask, what are young people listening in Brazil? I have no idea. But yes, maybe, and I'm not a musical person, Patricia, so I should know that better. People, I will answer only this last question because we have a class in the Zoom here. Is the food more expensive than Brazil? Tanya, no, I was surprised. Food is very cheap. So to have an idea, 1 kilo of carrots, it was €1.25. And let's not convert, people. Let's remember that suppose salary in Brazil, just suppose 1,500 reais. Salary in Ireland, 1,500 euros. Let's talk about the quantity, 1,500, okay? And the carrot is €1.25 a kilo. But last week I bought for, I don't know, half of the price, so maybe 89 or 79, less than, no, not half of the price, but 40% of discount, so it was 89 cents. Jelly, 89 cents. So food is at the supermarkets, at least, is very cheap. They have this the power to buy things is bigger, you know, so things usually is cheaper, but rent, so living, having a house or apartment is very, 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 I said very, much very, very, very expensive. Bruno, the last one, so I can close because Carol is entering the.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask you, I was gonna say I have a final question for you. Well, you have two pieces of homework to do. First of all, you have to take a picture in front of that wall with some beautiful
Okay.
graffiti. And the second one, I wonder if there is an Irish band called the Cranberries. And I wonder if they're as famous as they are here in Brazil. So that's your second piece of homework
No, I
for
have
our
this
next
answer for
class.
you. I have this answer for you. They are very
Don't
famous
forget
in
you too. Don't forget you too.
you too. Yes, you too and the cranberries. And here in Limerick, there is a wall that is a paint of I don't know the girl from the band, and I don't remember names. I'm so terrible, but there is this wall. And when I went to oh my gosh, there is a museum here called the People's Museum, and they showed a space and they say, oh, when the Cranberries came to Limerick, they had a rehearsal here. So yes, it's whoa, something. And you too, yes, of course, Erica remind very well. Oh, Sophia, thank you. Did you need to open a banking account? Yes, we had to use, oh my gosh, now if you want, I can send you a link at least for my students in the group. I had read it's a WISE account, and I can talk more about in the group. And so, Luciana, that you have your students here, maybe you can spread the word and I will send you the link. But I really need to finish this class, so I'll stop recording. So people that are watching this on YouTube, please feel free to ask the questions you want in the comments, and if I know, I will answer. If I don't know, we can, you know, look for the answers together. So thank you very much. I will stop the recording now.